After the trailer and gameplay release of the Resident Evil 4 remake, I would say that the RE4 remake is starting to look more and more promising. However, because of the disappointment from the RE2 and 3 remakes, many fans are worried that the RE4 remake will follow in their footsteps. There are definitely many ways that this remake could go south. So with that being said, I will be going over 6 things that we do not want to see in the game. Make sure to subscribe for more Resident Evil news and content, and also make sure to follow me on Twitter, link in the description. Now with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Number 1. QuickTime events seem to be an aspect that is divided between fans of the game. Some love them while others hate them. Me personally, I really don't care for them because they usually tend to distract you from the actual cutscene. The thing is, some of these QuickTime events could have made great boss fights, like the Krauser knife battle cutscene, which I already previously discussed in other videos. But you also have the Chief Mendez cutscene before the actual boss fight. When you first encounter him, that could have been his first stage, and then further into battle, there could be a QuickTime event where Leon has to shoot the red barrel, causing Chief Mendez to mutate. From there, it could play out the rest of the fight. Aside from this, you also have the QuickTime events like the boulder chases in the village and the boulder drop at the island. In my opinion, these work really well, and I would actually like to see a little more QTEs like this in the remake. Number 2. So for those of you who have played the most recent Resident Evil games, you know that Stalker Roles are starting to become a staple to these games. We saw Jack following you around the house in RE7, we saw Lady D chasing you through her castle in RE8, we saw Mr. X pursue you in the RE2 remake, and we saw Nemesis hunt you down in the RE3 remake. With that said, I can guarantee you that we will see a Stalker type in the RE4 remake. Now don't get me wrong, I want a Stalker type in the remake, but I don't want them to overuse this enemy type. Ideally, just one Stalker in just one of the 3 locations, and that's it. I also don't want this enemy to overstay its welcome. When you have an enemy that's constantly chasing you down relentlessly, it kind of makes it difficult to explore. So in most cases, you miss items and you eventually have to backtrack. So with that said, they need to make this enemy less prominent. They also don't need a Stalker enemy for each area in the game, because I feel like there are so many other ways to make the game scary and suspenseful other than just Stalker Roles. Number 3. Anyone that's a fan of RE4 has played the game multiple times, and most people know the game inside and out. With that said, this remake should not be a copy and paste of the original. It needs to be its own game while keeping the great aspects that made the original the game it is today. We need to see some new enemies, new weapons, and some story and lore expansion. They have so many terrifying scrap Ganado designs at their disposal, so hopefully they take advantage of that and make a great reimagining of the game. If you didn't see my previous video, I actually talked about some leaks that were saying the Novista doors in the jail cell are going to be replaced with this creepy jester enemy that hunts you down with the spear. New things like this will help make the game feel like a completely new experience. Now with the trailer and gameplay we have received, it is starting to look like this game will be taking a much more dark and serious approach. So as of now, it is looking like it will be its own unique game. However, much more has yet to be revealed, so we'll just have to wait and see. Number 4. Cut content. Now I'm sure all of you guys saw this one coming. As we know, the RE3 remake could have been so much better if they didn't leave out so much content from the original. Now, I do think it is very likely that some things will be cut from the original in the RE4 remake. Whatever they do cut though, they need to replace it with something just as, if not more, impactful to the game. In my last video, I actually talked about a leak stating that Krauser would be cut from the remake. If this leak is indeed true, then we should expect him to be replaced with something even better, like Wesker having a greater role in the game, or maybe even a boss fight of Wesker. There was also a huge leak that stated 3 bosses were cut from the original. Once again, if this is the case, then I expect to see some crazy new bosses. The Hookman could be one of them. A lot of people for some reason don't want to see the Hookman in the remake, but I'm telling you, he would fit perfectly in the castle. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the Hookman return. Number 5. Don't mess with the merchant. Now what I mean by this is I don't want them to reveal the identity of him. I feel like the mystery behind him is what makes him such a loved and memorable character. Don't get me wrong, I do want to learn how the merchant and the Duke know each other, and I hope they reveal that in the remake, but hopefully they don't reveal his identity in the process. Number 6. Don't get rid of the cheesy dialogue. Like I was saying earlier, judging off the trailer, it seems that they're going for a more dark and serious approach in the remake. Now even if this is the case, they still need to keep the cheesy dialogue. It is what gave the game its charm. Not only that, but I feel like it would be so nostalgic if they kept some of the iconic lines we all know and love from the original.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Make sure to let me know down in the comments below some things you want or don't want in the remake. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.